that's a foul. Is it? Oh dear. And that is another disaster. It's ball in hand, 4-10 combo. And that was the danger with playing the cut from the 2 to the 3, that if you play it pocket weight, the 6 ball was going to be the blocker. And is that the fatal error from Vince? Says he had, if anything, he should have hit it with pace. He was trying to keep the 2 near the pocket, but the danger was always a 6 ball. And the 2 ball was left blocked behind it, and he had to try and kick it and didn't have enough room to get there. And Vince says now having a blast to try and pot the 1 and disturb the 2, and Stubb now within 1 of victory. Well, he can pot the 1, he can stun to avoid the 10, but I don't think he can avoid hitting something. He'll be really fortunate if he doesn't hit something up at that end of the table. But really all he's wanting is a sight on the 2, because he's got an easy safety off the 2. You can use the 5 as a stopper and just get that distance again. And well, this is going as tough as you want to make it. He's now Chinese snookered over the 10 ball. He may well still be ball been a bit further away, it'd have been fine. I think that's a foul. Is it? Oh dear. And that is another disaster. It's ball in hand, 4-10 combo. And that was the danger with playing the cut from the 2 to the 3, that if you play it pocket weight, the 6 ball was going to be the blocker. And is that the fatal error from Vince? Says he had, if anything, he should have hit it with pace. He was trying to keep the 2 near the pocket, but the danger was always a 6 ball. And the 2 ball was left blocked behind it, and he had to try and kick it and didn't have enough room to get there. And Vince says now having a blast to try and pot the 1 and disturb the 2, and Stubb now within 1 of victory. Well, he can pot the 1, he can stun to avoid the 10, but I don't think he can avoid hitting something. He'll be really fortunate if he doesn't hit something up at that end of the table. But really all he's wanting is a sight on the 2, because he's got an easy safety off the 2. You can use the 5 as a stopper and just get that distance again. And well, this is going as tough as you want to make it. He's now Chinese snookered over the 10 ball. He may well still be trying to use the 5 as a stopper. Well, he's trying to just bank the 4, the 2. Well, this position here has got Vince in trouble. Although he can see the 2, he's going to have to call the 2-6 combo. There's Plenty of room to get past that 9. But has he called the 6? Well, he has now. And the same problem with this shot, he has to hit this. He needs to get the cue ball out of there. Well, he's tried to hold it. I don't know whether he's done enough. He's going to have to spin around this 9 slightly to get the kick. Is that another foul? No, it's not. Ah, that was close. But that clip in the 9 has scuppered his chances here for a shot in the 4. Now, what does he do to get it safe? Well, this has got to find a distance, and that is almost there. He hasn't got the cover. Now, is Stubb going to have a blast? I think he is. I think he's going for it. He's got the thin cut in the 4, and he took the risk. And how's his luck? Well, he's going to scratch, is he? It's ball in hand to Vinces. Stubb going all out for the win. And Vinces has his first lifeline that he needs to get back within 1. Well, it's not all over yet, apart from the fact that Vinces has just got himself a wee bit straight. But it is all about nerve and bottle and not choking now. This is a wee bit nervy, this one. It's a wee bit awkward. We know what he has to do. Just pot the 8 and run off the railing out. But it is going to be, barring something miraculously silly, Vinces getting back to within 1. And Stubb could not resist the cut on that 4 ball. It was extremely difficult, but he was having a blast at it and going for the win. And that's handed Vinces one of his lifelines. The break goes back to Stubb. And the break is dry. And Vinces, well, with no shot, there is a possible combo, but who is going to take that risk at this stage? And look at this 7 and 9, it isn't a combo. Well, the worst thing he has to do here is at least find a safety. There is a safety. He can find the gap there. Well, I think he'll be put back in here in a second. Because if he had pushed that 1 into there, he could have come off the edge of the 1, down there and down here. I don't think that was the shot I would have played. But Stubb didn't put him back in. And he might regret it, because Vinces now has the angle to push the 1 to the side rail, bank it along that short rail at the top, or at least thin off it and try and get the cue ball behind the 6 and 9, the 7 and 9. And I don't think he's got there either. Well, Stubb can feather the 1 and just try and come across. And that now has got Vinces in trouble. And I think Vinces has left himself open to this, because to me he's played the wrong safety. It's all very well in hindsight, but I think he should have went for distance. And now he's got himself right in the mire. He's going to have to call the 1 into that corner on the top end of the table. What a shot. What a kick bank at this stage in the match. and the 2 will go past the 3. But what a way to dig yourself out of a hole. And the 2 surely must have went past the 3. He's went for the lock-up behind the 3. And he hasn't got there. Oh dear. Well, I don't know what's going through his head now, but I'll tell you something. It is amazing what goes through your head when you get to this stage in a big match. I don't think he was thinking clear there. I was convinced the 2 went past the 3 down the rail. And he hasn't got it safe. And he's left stub in. And the only lifeline that Vinces has now is that 7 and 9. I need another drink, the voice is breaking. Is the 7 and 9 going to come to Vinces' rescue here? Because that's all that stands between him and Stubb running this rack and winning the tournament. Or it goes all the way. He went for the break and he didn't get it because the 5's adjacent to the middle pocket. He took the risk, but he didn't get it first time. And he has a chance again, but it's riding the luck to get on the 6. And he's gone for it this time. And this time, he's landed on the 6. And this match, well, I'm going to say it, this match is over if he can get down onto the 7. Oh, that's going too straight. Well, what a shot here from Stubb. He's totally lost the plot there. And now he's going to have to run for cover. Well, that was his chance to win the match. And he's not got the cover. Oh, now is this off the rail? It is. Is Vinces going to play the bank again to save his neck and to keep him in the match? It looks a good bank, and he's going to be on the 8, but it's this shot to stay in the match. It's not there. It is not there. Oh, and Stubb has left with this tough 7, and he must fancy it. He's going to be on the 8. Doesn't need to worry about the cue ball. All out for the pot. And in it goes. And anywhere in this bottom half of the table here for Stubb. Plenty of room. It looks as if he's going to come over behind it for the right middle. That's what it looks like he's playing. No, he's playing the draw. Plenty of draw. Well, this is awkward. It is not easy. He might chip into the 10 here. And knowing that, he might have a bit of a dig into the cue ball to avoid it. Well, Stubb already had the match won if he had got on that 7 ball. If that was the one he was playing. Well, he's went for the cut in the 9. He's missed it. And this is going to be awkward for Vinces. This is Vinces' last chance to dig out a pot on this 9 to take us all the way. Oh, what an end to the match. Oh, this is really, really ugly. And Vinces says he can't believe he missed it. It wasn't bloody easy. I don't know where he's coming from. Oh, God. Well, look at it from Vinces' point of view. Well, in it goes. Well, we are going all the way, folks. What a finish to the tournament. What a finish to this tournament. we're into a final rack decider. We've been 2 hours and 5 minutes in this final. And Vinces is broken off. He's got a couple of balls in the break. He's got a shot in the 1, and the 2's hanging over the left middle pocket. And as far as I'm concerned, it all hinges on this 1 ball. The 8 ball is fairly tight in that rail. And, well, it doesn't matter. There is still an awful lot of pressure on this 1 ball, just to keep your nerve and not twitch. And in it goes. And again, well, no heroics here. Just drop the 2 in and you're on the 4 and get the cue ball off the rail. That's the order of the day here. Well, I'm going to have to watch this match replayed. I mean, although I'm watching it, there's lots of things have happened, particularly late on, with Stubb having the chance to have won it and not getting that position between the 2 balls and ending up going straight onto the shot, or was it the 6 ball? And Vince says now, provided he can go forward and off the rail and get as straight as he can on this 8 ball, well, it's just a stopper. He needs to come back an inch or 2 for comfort. Oh dear, he's missed the 8. Well, oh, I cannot believe this. I mean, Stubb has got to reverse bank this, or does he play it thin from the right side and get distance? And he had to draw back just to get comfortable in that 10. And we see it time and time again. These pockets, if you send them offline, are going to rattle and it's going to hang up. And Vince says, with a match at his mercy, has rattled the 8 and got it safe. And Vince says now has the reverse bank. He's going to go for it. He's not going to mess about. It's off the rail. It is a good reverse bank. But is he going to have a shot in the 10? It is all out, all or nothing. You get a shot at it, you have to go for it. Oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. But what about the 10? What about the 10? Oh, look at this. Look at this for a pot to win the tournament. What a finish. Oh, and it goes. And that was an amazing finish to this match. I am going to have to watch the full replay, because how the hell Vince says has managed to somehow hang himself in this, well, hang in this match is unbelievable. Stubb had the chance to have it won and he blew the positional shot. And somehow Vince says stayed in it and stayed in it. And he had the reverse bank. He could not refuse it. He had to get it. And then it went and he got a shot on the 10, which is all you ask for. And somehow or other, Vince says has won the match by 17 racks to 16.
Don't wanna overthink it, baby. trouble with Scotland is that it's full of Scots.
What we've got here is failure to communicate. Some men you just can't reach.
Things look bad. It looks like you're not gonna make it. Then you gotta get mean. I mean plumb mad dog mean. Because if you lose your head and you give up, then you neither live nor win. That's just the way it is.
Your assignment tonight is strategic. You can't give the enemy a break. Send them to hell.
You're chilling in the rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 oh,
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool, nothing else.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to VP4TV. We're back for the one lost side match tonight between Albinario from Sweden and Real Poland Power Stub
from the USA, represent Poland, he likes to think. Let's just show the banners. We have the Honolulu World Championship sign-ups now open. I think it starts the 1st of March. There's about 5 in it. The 10-ball World Championships, we're down to the nitty-gritty now. We have the match tonight, start at the top of the hour. We also have Vince's and Spectre going for the hot seat match. That is scheduled for this Sunday coming, and I will be there for that. And that is about it. The only other thing to mention is that Cobra, as expected, overcame Bullabog, Paul, by 13 racks to 5. And of course, Cobra's now through to play the winner of this match tonight. So, if it goes Stubbs' way, he's going to have to take out 2 multiple world champions, and I think that's too tall an order for Stubb to get lucky enough twice. He might get lucky enough tonight, but to get lucky enough again and play really solid, stop blasting balls, and actually take Cobra out as well, I think that's a big ask. But it's up to him to prove us wrong. As expected, he'll do it his way. And we'll see how it pans out. So, welcome to everybody. I'll do a quick spam in the lobby. Let everybody know we're now live. I've had no word from Steve. I am assuming that he's going to be joining us. You could let me know if you're hearing me loud and clear. If there's any of you out there watching this, I don't see anybody in the chat yet. I'll have a quick drink, seeing as I'm doing nothing else. These 5-litre bottles of water are some bloody weight. So, Stubb, as he told me earlier today he was going to be doing about an hour's practice before this match, and he's true to his word. He's had himself locked in a room and getting his practice in, which I think he does need. And so, he's doing everything he can in his preparation. Whereas Albinario, he's just going to show up at the last minute, do his usual thing, and come into the room with about a minute or so to go, I would imagine, or into the lobby, that is. So, we're almost done with another 10-ball World Championship. That match that I was showing there was the end of the 2019 10-ball World Championship final. And that's as close as Stubb has ever came in Virtual Pool 4 to winning one of these big events. And, well, he was 16-14 up. He had the match in his hands at least twice, and he still couldn't get it done. And Vince says just hung in there. Larry says oversleep. What does that mean? What does oversleep mean? Well, Albinario. No, well, I hope to Christ he doesn't oversleep. I don't want to have to go and try and wake him up again. Right, just two minutes.
Let's get ready to rumble!
VP4TV presents Real Poland Power versus Albinario Race to 13. Commentary from 9, Baldicom, and Super Admin. Give the stream a like and subscribe to join in the chat.
Good afternoon, good evening to Steve.
Good evening.
Albinario has just arrived in the room. I was showing, well, the end of the 2019 10-ball World Championship final. That was the final between Stubb and Vinces. Stubb was 16-14 up in the race to 17 and somehow managed to lose the match with a 3-rack lead. He had 2 goes at winning it. Couldn't get it done, and Vinces hung in and got it done. won it. That's as close as Stubbs ever came. Is Stephen Wright gone as well? That's the guy. That's the guy with the weird humour. The guy with the baldy head, isn't he? I know who you're talking about. You know who Stephen Wright is, Steve, don't you?
I do not.
Yeah, he's a guy. He talks about weird stuff. He's a stand-up comic, or at least he was a stand-up comic. Certainly, he probably hit his peak in the 80s. He was over here in the UK for a little while, but people must have heard about him. But anyway, I think most people won't be able to see past Albinario in this match. That room should be about up in a minute.
Well, Stubb has been playing well, but he's going to have to. He's going to have things go well for him. I just don't think he's got it in him to play, a really strong moving game. So he's going to have to play well and have some things go his way.
You're joking, Mark. I thought you meant the American comic. You're talking about Steve Wright in the afternoon, Steve Wright. Oh, I never knew that. That must have happened in the last couple of hours. Right. Let me just go to the BBC News. I'll do that again, by the way, in case everybody missed it.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Right, we're in first. 69 he was. Well, they already booted him off his afternoon show, didn't they? All he had left was Sunday Love Songs. What was it, a heart attack or something? Or was it something long term? I honestly thought he meant Stephen Wright, the American stand-up guy. Some of you guys must know who I'm talking about. He had a really droll humour. Yeah, he looked like Larry out of the Three Stooges. Larry knows who I'm talking about. Yeah. Get Debs into the commentary box. Well, nobody's in a hurry to get in the room. Steve's obviously away to get something to eat again. Or his Discord just died on him. One of the two. Let me have a quick tab. Hello?
Yeah, I'm having trouble entering the room.
Maybe it's because I'm in the room. Let me leave the room and see what happens. I'll stay out of the room for the time being. Albinario's still in his room.
Well, Stubb, he's not coming in right away.
I don't see anybody in the room yet. No, still nobody in the room. I think there might be an issue here.
I'm in the room now.
Right, it's still showing. Mind you, it only shows players, doesn't it? Yeah, I can see one spectator in the room, but no players shown in the room yet. Albinario.
There.
Right, so he's gone into the room. That's one. I'm going to get in.
Going to be last.
Well, I got into the room, no problem.
Practice is lag here. So I noticed Ella Stray's in the lobby.
Oh, that's now that you mention that, Steve, you want to have a word with LS3. She was asking me earlier on today. What was it? She was asking, does VP4 play in a Mac? And I said, well, I think it does, but I think you need a sort of false version of Windows or something like that, but I don't know enough about it.
Well, there's an offline version for the Mac. For online, you got to use the PC version, which means either boot Windows or use something like Parallels. you know, you got to use a VM.
Right. Well, that's what she was asking me, but as I say, I didn't know enough about it. Semi-pro, you're gonna have to remind me what happened with the match on Friday night 9-ball, because I've totally forgotten. And right, Stubbs in. I know the room. I know we had problems getting into the room, getting the room up and running, and I was on to Simon, and then everything fixed itself anyway.
Well, Stubbs got one thing going for him over the match he played against Vincez, and that is a shorter race. So since he needs things to go well and get some luck, a shorter race can help him.
That's the one advantage I think Stubb does have, that it is a shorter race, and if he can get an early lead, it might make all the difference.
Oh, look at that 7-ball, stopped right on the edge, and that's a dry break. And Albin has not really broke that well this whole tournament, and that could hurt him. So this is a pretty easy safety. You just come off the top of the 1 and send it back up table towards the 9, and you take the cue ball over, and you'd like to get past the 8. You like to use the 5, 10, 3. If you run into the 8, you're probably going to leave a shot. And that's not a good safety, and that's not a good idea. Not only was it not executed well, it was a poor idea.
Yeah, he's left the billiard if he wants it.
The shot was to take the 1 up to the table. So he could play the billiards, he could play the combo. I mean,
the obvious problem with the billiard is you need
hard
to get
come up with a shot.
Yeah, you need to hope the 1 ball gets into play somewhere doing that.
I think he'll play the combo.
He might be playing the 3-ball combo here.
He could be. Did he call anything?
Yeah, he called the 7.
Okay.
And he's got a shot. Now, the obvious thing would be, is he trying to chip into the 5 and 10? He's got to put a wee tweak in this, I think. He's going the other way.
That's a mistake by Stubb right off the bat. And that's what we've been talking about with him. His moving game just isn't good enough.
I forgot about the 2-ball. I forgot the 2 was still on the table.
Watch out.
Yeah, we had the room hang up on Friday night 9-ball, Steve. It was about 10 minutes before we could actually get it working. Mooncake's cue just wouldn't appear. And then when they were leaving and coming back into the room, then we had 2 cues on one side of the table. But it eventually resolved itself. Now, I think the 5-ball goes clean. Let's have a quick look at that. I think it's no problem yet.
Yeah, Albie should be out here. Although you do need to get on this 5-ball the right way to make it easy to get to the 6. And I wouldn't say that that's necessarily the right way. Does it go in the other pocket? Okay, it goes in both pockets, so that's not so bad. But this is not how you want to shoot it. You know, you don't want to have to be drawing balls like this. It better leave angle and go 2 rails. But he's good. He'll be out here, and it's going to be 1-0 Albin.
Welcome to
So
Chimpy.
he broke dry, but he's going to win on his break. Hey, Chimpy.
Well, at the end of the day, it was a really poor safety from Stubb. Right out the bat when he needed a decent safety, he blew that big time.
Well, the bad thing in my book is that he had a pretty standard safety play and he didn't recognize it.
$13.9 to Albie, says Whit. Now we get any other predictions? I think that's the first and only one we've got. Whit says it was probably Mooncake's VPN.
Well, I mean, a VPN could potentially cause problems. I don't know why it would, but
Right, so rack 2, Stubbs break.
If VPN's acting up, it could.
That one ball, that cue ball's going to get pushed in with the 3. If that get pushed in that quick, I didn't get the words out.
Yeah, so there we go with
well, this is as bad a start as you can get, isn't it?
Boo-boo number 2. Certainly scratching on the brake, because that's a killer.
And the amazing thing is he hasn't said bullshit yet. That's the amazing part.
He's saving money. So this table's pretty good. I mean, he's trying to get on this 2 really good so he can get on the 4 really good. The 4 is the key ball, so you work backwards from there. And that's not very good. So he's going to have to, he'll probably play the combo. He could come back across, but I don't think he will from this position.
Well, if he gets in a decent line in that combo, he's never missing it.
Yeah. No, the combo's not going to be difficult.
That's perfect. Absolutely plumb, as they say. He said bullshit in the lobby. You got to laugh. Oh, maybe and Deb says be nice. Oh no, he hasn't said. Oh, he did. Yeah, I just seen it.
So, if Albin plays well, I think it's going to be hard for Stubb to win. Albin's going to have to give him some help. And, right now it's Stubb making all the mistakes.
Yeah.
Stubb needs to be the other way around. He needs to run out like crazy and have Albin make some mistakes. Albin's cue ball looks good today. He looks like he's got good touch. And that's the thing is, when the cue ball looks good, usually the rest of the game does. Cobra's cue ball looked real good in his last match.
Hi, Bill. Bill, I've already forgotten whether you said you were available for Saturday. Please tell me you are. Until Matt gets back, hopefully next week.
No, that reminds me, I need to send my message right now.
So we could really pile on the pressure early on here. 2 mistakes from Stubb, 2 racks down. But this is dry.
Yeah, that's Albie's second dry break. And this table looks pretty good. I would expect Stubb's going to run it out. Let's see what this 5 ball looks like. Yeah, 4 to 5 is the hardest thing on the table. And that really shouldn't be a problem, so I would expect Stubbs running out here.
Yes, Bill, it's going to be me, you, and Coldest Pillow. Larry's having a break. Yeah, this is going to be the tricky one. Now, if I'll tell you the other problem I see. If he's coming back the way, if he cuts that 4 in and digs in to come back the way, that the 10 ball's in the way. If he goes 3 rails, the 8 ball's in the way, and if he goes 3 rails the wrong way, he can end up behind the 7 and 6. So let's see where these 3 scenarios could. Well, he's gone dead straight, so he's going to be coming back the way, and he's going to leave a dodgy cut and probably have to go 2 rails side to side to get back in the narrow side of that 6 ball and behind the 7. And he's got a pot, but this is the problem with this pot. Is he trying to baby this along the rail? And can he hold it and still see the 6 doing this? I don't know whether he can. Well, he thinks he can. and he can. So that's good so far. Welcome to Dwight.
All right, I got my message sent out to my team.
Well, Larry says he can play now. Well, that's good news to me. You're playing then. You can try out your new mouse, Larry. I've got every faith in you. You'll be kicked out for next week if it's a pile of shit. Larry's mouse is going to arrive in the next day or so, Steve.
Oh, boy.
We're all looking forward to it. Big build up.
So,
no, we're not going to mention that 8-ball, Matt. That was the worst shot I've played in a long while since the last worst shot I've played in a long while.
As expected, Stubbs run out, and it's 2-1.
Yeah.
And Alvin needs to break better than that. He can't afford to dry break every time.
Well, it's the same story throughout the tournament, isn't it? He just hasn't found a break that's any shred of reliability to it at all. And it could cost him in the long run.
Yeah, Cobra's been breaking good, and he played good last match for a change. So, he'd been in a slump. So he may be back on to the normal Cobra frequency.
Right, well.
So he's got a ball in.
I'm going to say Albinario should be in a pile of manure here in a minute.
Even Stubb will play safe here. I just can't imagine he won't. I mean, this is just too easy. I wouldn't have played it that way.
He's
That's
left.
terrible.
He's left it. He's left the 1 ball on.
Yeah.
He's actually left the 1 ball on. That is dreadful.
Yeah. I mean, you had to angle the cue ball right off that one, but that was So he's played 2 safeties. They've both been. At least that one was the right idea. You can't fault him for the wrong idea. It was just poorly executed.
Well, you can tell that one really annoyed him because that's a bullshit in the room. That was really poor. I mean, but 2 safeties so far he's played. They've been awful. And what's worse about it is this could also cost him another rack. That 4 ball has got room past the 7. He's got to get right out on this though to see the line because you don't want to be having to cut this 4 ball.
So Stubbs been muted. It's a short fuse for him.
Right, so anywhere in this line, if I can get my line to work, anywhere in that zone,
you want to get pretty straight in. If you got a little cut back to the 8, that's fine because you can bump the 8. You can roll it and bump the 8 real light.
Let's see if we can get there.
You're better off being on the side of the line where you bump the 8 than being short. If you're short, that's no good. And that's going to be fine.
Well, he's got a wee bit further than the line, but now he's got the cut back.
Oh, he's just going to bump this 8 ball, bump it real light, send the 8 to the rail. Cue ball's going to stay right there.
He's got loads of room to use that jaw. I mean,
yeah,
that's the thing he's got to convince himself because when he's looking at it from his angle, he doesn't see that. That's the problem.
This is just very touchy on speed. If you hit this too hard, you'll hook yourself with the 8. That's well done.
Now, is he going to go? Is he going to dink this soft or go 3 rails? He's dinking it soft. He could have spun around and out, but just a little roll through. Keep it nice and simple. So Stubb gets the due punishment there. That was really poor. That safety though.
About shooting up table. The easier the pockets play, the more likely you're going to play up table.
So this is
3-1.
It's on Stubbs' break as well, so Albie's breaking to take this match away from him very early on.
And I guess the next question is, can Albie make a ball besides the cue ball on the break? Let's see where his cue ball goes. So he's breaking from a traditional 10-ball spot that you'd break in real life.
Well, he stopped it in the middle of the table. He gets kicked to the 2 and he's dry again.
Yeah,
sure he's dry.
The balls didn't come apart that well for him.
Well, Stubbs got no pot. He looks as if he's played the bank. Is he? What did he call it? Did he call a pocket
No,
there? I missed it.
he's cutting us. The problem is I think there's a scratch on this cut. Well, no, you're going to hit just before the pocket.
Oh,
You
did
can
he
cut
call?
this
Did
in.
he call the other side? No, he's called up the
No,
top right. As we
He's
look.
cutting it. He's going to cut this.
Oh, this is some shot if he gets it.
Well, the biggest problem is getting a shot on the 2-ball, which is just sitting in a really crappy spot. But I think he's figuring I might as well just shoot this because, you know, the safety's tough from here.
Oh, it's a good shot. Now, can he put Albie in trouble here? I don't know that he could push the 2 through. That's 7th in the weight.
Well,
and the 2 does go, believe it or not. It
there
does
are
go.
some shots. One of the problems is that he may shoot the combo because if you try to play safe off the 7, it may go in the hole. So this is a little tricky. He's going to play the combo, and I think that's a good move at this spot.
I think it's a high tariff shot though, because he's no idea whether he's going to be any shot in the 2.
Well, he's going to bring the 2-ball out. Well, he hit that a little uncontrolled.
And well, at least he can.
It's no good. I thought he'd bring the cue ball out, but he slammed it so hard it went around the table.
I was going to say at least he can see an edge, but he can't. That was always the problem with the shot.
Well, he tried to get lucky and he didn't.
He's trying to kick this in. He's going to have to bend it.
I mean, he could have hit that and had the 2-ball go up table and just stop the cue ball and had a shot. And that's going to be a sellout, I think. I think that's not good. Now the problem here is getting a shot on the 3. You got to consider playing safe here. I'd probably play safe here, put him on the 10-ball, because this is hard to come up with a shot on the 3-ball.
He might actually have that in mind. I think he's called it just in case, but I think he might be doing what you're talking about here.
I would spin this and try to come up short and use the 3, 5, 4, 6 as blockers and try to run to the 10. Just a little spinner, a lot of right English, and just kind of spin it up and have it go kind of flat and try to get him behind the 10-ball.
Oh, he's still looking and looking. It looks as if,
yeah, I mean, you really should not shoot this bank.
Well,
yeah.
Stubbs got a shot.
You know, the thing was, so that's a mistake by Albin, a strategy mistake, because he had a pretty easy save, and instead, he calls a shot where he wasn't going to be able to get on the 3-ball. I mean, that just didn't make sense. I don't know what he's thinking there.
Stubb can stun across. He's going forward. Well, it's not bad. He's obviously got a pot in the 3. Now he's going to be playing with this 5-ball here. He might just dink this in for the 4 on the side and not take any risk of scratching. If he hits it any harder, he could get funny.
And the thing is, he had a really good safety play. Albin had a great safety play that was almost guaranteed, and instead, he shoots a shot where he can't get position on the 3 and ends up selling out. I mean, that's well done. Yeah, well done. I just, that's an unusual for Albin to make such a poor decision. It's a 2-game swing on that decision.
Yeah. Still got to deliver though. I mean, the table's good, so there's no reason he shouldn't. But what I was talking about earlier is, of course, for Stubb to win this tournament, he's got to have 2 great matches. He's got to have 3 great matches, clearly, but he's got to have 2 great matches back to back against 2 multiple virtual world champions. Cobra and Albinario, so he couldn't have a taller order to come through this thing. And then if he does that, he's then up against Vinces again, who sent him here and who beat him in the last chance he had of winning a world title in VP4.
Well, it's not easy for anybody at this point. But, you know, I mean, when you're playing at this level, you can't afford to make mistakes like Albin just made. I mean, obviously, Stubb is probably going to end up making more mistakes in this match because we've already seen a couple terrible safeties.
He's got to go to rails here. Is he going to just think this dead weight again?
No,
Is he?
You can think this if you want. But you just want to try to eliminate those kind of mistakes where you make bad decisions, because you're going to get some execution mistakes. Nobody's going to be perfect on execution. Obviously, you want to minimize them.
Can he take advantage and get good in his break here? I think he's dry as well. Well, that 2-ball looked as if it was trying to get to that cue ball into the pocket again. Well, what's more is this table's good because, you know, pot the one on the side, up on the short rail, back down far enough to cut the 2, 3 balls there, back down for the 4 and the 5-7 combo.
It's not automatic. You know, the 6 is in the way of the 2. You got to go up and down the table from the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a lot of back and forth. This table can be screwed up. I mean,
well, I think he's just done it right now.
Well, I mean, you know, that was touchy speed wise because the 6 was there. I mean,
if he checked that a bit to go this way.
He did check it a bit, but this is what I'm talking about execution mistakes. When you have a table like this, you know, you can make a mistake and not get out. It's not the end of the world. I mean, obviously you don't, you know, because you can always play safe here like this. You know, if you're not, you know, missing balls is a lot more detrimental than having to do what he just did. Because he hasn't given up control of the table yet. Now, if Stubb was good at kicking, you could get in trouble here, but Stubb is just going to do crazy stuff like that.
He called that into the corner, didn't he?
Yeah, that's a missed call.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you're playing against a player like Stubb, you know, if you get in trouble, you just play safe because you know he's going to do crazy stuff like that, and that's just not going to win the match doing that. I mean, I may have been critical of Albin's decision, but that's one mistake out of Albin. We've already seen about 4 from Stubb. And at this level, it comes down to who's going to make the most mistakes. And I think it's going to end up being Stubb. I just don't think he's capable of having less mistakes than Albin. Yeah, this is a little funny, but he's okay here. He'll hit to some right English and maybe some speed. Yep, he's fine. So this is just natural to go short of the 9 and come out. This is a little spinner. Right English spinner. You don't want to get up too high in the cue ball because you don't want to hit the 9 like that was close. All right, so it's going to be 4-2 and Albin's going to be breaking.
So what about Sunday, Steve? Are you getting up early Sunday? It's what time is it? Is it 2:30 or 2 in the afternoon? So that's obviously like 9 o'clock in the morning your time, or 9:30. One of the two. I can't remember when it starts. The hot seat match.
Let's see. I'm looking right now. It's 9 a.m. my time. Yeah, I'll be up for that. That's not even early.
So now the shoes in the other foot. Now Albinario's got the 2-rat lead again. Now he's got another chance with getting a decent break.
He's sticking with the same break. He's raising the butt a little, kind of popping the cue ball.
And still dry.
So the good thing about that break is he's controlling the cue ball really well, which is a huge advantage, but you got to make balls too. So if the break controls the cue ball but doesn't make balls, then
now you see that's
trouble.
Is he on that too?
I think he's okay.
Yes, he is.
Now. But he's going to have to hit this good to get up. Let's see, is that frozen on the rail? It's pretty close. Yeah, he's going to have to hit this 2-ball good to get up table. He doesn't have the option of taking a long cut because, normally and VP players would take the long cut, but the 9-ball's there.
Oh, he's in the mire now.
It's a slam it, get lucky play, which, that's just not a way you're going to beat a player like Albin. Well, you could. You just have to get really lucky a lot of times.
Well, he's going to pop the 3 up the rail, hold it for the 4. He's got to be in a decent line in this 4 because that 10 and 9 are just a bit annoying.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to get perfect because you could spin it, but you want to get pretty straight. He's just going to go across, which is, he's going to go across and stay high and just take the cut. And that's fine. I mean, that was probably more guaranteed. I mean, thing about pool at a high level is better to play the guaranteed shot most of the time. You can start cinching balls and cinch them a little bit too much and get yourself in trouble because you're cinching a lot of balls. But this shot's a touchy one. This is not easy.
Good.
And he hit it perfect. So Albin just said, I'm going to make sure I get a good shot on the 4, and I know I'll get to the 5. And
well, cut out anything that could be an interference, because the 10 and 9 were likely to cause interference if you tried a different way of getting there.
Yeah, snookering yourself is never a good idea.
Now, he's got a slight angle. He might just drop behind this 9. Yeah, it goes into the side, so no worries there. Gap now goes to 3.
Yeah, well, Stubb will get lucky on that kind of shot he shot sometimes. This time he snookered himself.
And cue ball running loose.
And nobody's making any balls.
Nothing's got in again.
Yeah, this is like we're in the desert here. There's no water.
Well, the 1 goes past the 8, but you're right over the 3 ball. This will be some shot. But why not just again?
Yeah, I don't like shooting this. I would thin the 1 on the left and bring the cue ball up table and try to use the 10 and the 7 as blockers. Then the 1 on the left, have it come off the long rail, go behind the 8 and to the end rail, and bring the cue ball up table.
Yeah.
The thing is with the 3 there, you can't scratch. You could make the 3 and get the ball back, but you can't scratch with the 3 there. He looks like he's playing a different sort of safety.
He's trying to get behind the 8 with the cue ball.
And that was well done. I would have played the other shot, but that was pretty well done.
That'll work.
He got the line right on the cue ball.
Oh, is he going for
I think he's going to play a jump shot here.
Good luck with that.
That's what he's trying to do. Either that or he's going to mass 8. I think he's trying to jump it. Yeah, he didn't have the butt high enough.
Now,
Here's ball in hand again. And again, this table looks pretty good.
well, where's it going to go wrong? That's what I'm asking. I can't see where it's going to go wrong.
Well, it's not connect the dots. 4 to the 5. I mean,
well, 4 to the 5, inside in the long rail on the right, if it comes to it.
this is just, you know, if you move the cue ball well, pool is so much easier. And Albin's moving the ball well. You know, if he stays in line, this rack's pretty easy.
Now,
Yeah.
this
He's a
8
little
ball could be
funny
in.
here.
The 8 ball could be in the way. So could the 6.
I'm not sure what he's going to do here. He's a little funny. I think he'll take the cue ball behind the 9 ball and out. I think that's what he'll end up doing, is taking a line to the first diamond above the side pocket right behind the 9 ball and out. That's what I'd be doing here. I don't think you're going to want to just cinch this. I think you got to play for better position because of where the 5 ball is.
Well, this is a thinner cut. I don't know whether he can make it. Well, he's got right English on it to try and get it moved.
He's going behind the 9 ball here. And he hit the 9 ball. So he was trying to go behind it. He ended up running into it, and now he's got trouble.
Now, can he bang it into that 7 and get it into the side?
No. Well,
sure?
Yes,
you sure?
He can, but that's a difficult shot. He might shoot it. That's a tricky shot because you got to hit it pretty good where that 7's sitting. It's.
I think it looks good to me. Is
well,
he looking up the table?
You've got to get it on the right side of the 7 ball. So you basically got to shoot this like at the point.
Oh, he's going up table. Oh, he's
going
nailed
up
it.
Table. What a shot that was.
He's nailed
Perfect speed. Yeah. Now Stubbs in trouble here.
Big gap of 4. He's a bit straight in the 5. I think he can just tweak he can just cheat it slightly if he needs to. He's got the spin working. Everything's good.
I mean, it's one thing to lose a match like this, but to get thrashed, and this is Stubbs' problem. He's going to make enough mistakes that if his opponent plays really good, he's going to get thrashed. If you make like 2 or 3 mistakes in one of these race to 13, you're not going to get thrashed. You may not win the match, but you can't get thrashed. I mean, that number of mistakes will keep you in the match.
Now, is this just dead weight? Because he can run up into the open, but yet just dead weight.
The problem Stubbs got is he's probably made 6 mistakes, 7 mistakes already. And
yeah, poor safeties.
We've only played 7 games.
He's made enough. He certainly made enough mistakes to be 6-2 down.
Well, blasting balls, I mean,
yeah.
Normally I wouldn't consider, getting out of line or hooking yourself to be a mistake, but the way he's doing it, it certainly is.
Well, Sammy, I can't believe that Albie's the type of player that goes offline in practices. I don't believe that. I don't think he does. And in fact, to be honest with you, he spent the table time that Albie gets is all in these big tournaments. He's never here any other hour of the day playing. Very rarely do you see him playing.
I'll tell you something, Semi-Pro. I like your game a lot, but you like to play off stun, which is awesome. But I think it's a harder way to play. You notice how much Albie rolls the ball? I think that's an easier way to play pool. But by the same token, you've got some great players. Earl Strickland played off stun a lot. Josh Filler plays off stun a lot. Anton Raga plays off stun a lot. So you can play pool that way, but it's, it's very powerful if you can do it. But it's not the easiest thing to do.
Albie's dry a lot, Steve. That's another dry break. And Stubbs cut the one in. The 9's got in as well.
But there he goes, turn the cue ball loose. Now he's going to have to bank the 2. And the problem with doing this is that, he's not going to be successful all the time. So, maybe Albie breaks dry, but then Stubb doesn't play safe. He just slams balls. And because of that, there's another table where you're in control after Albie breaks dry. You could play safe or do something. Instead, Stubb starts slamming, and he's giving up the table.
Mm-hmm.
If Albie makes his 2 ball and gets on this 3, he's probably out this rack. I mean, this is not a gimme shot, but I mean, he's certainly capable of making this and getting a shot on the 3 ball.
Right, he played one match the other day, semi-pro.
Just like that. So, Albin's probably out here too. I mean, this is not really that difficult. He would rather be on the other side of this 3. He's looking at maybe going forward because the 4-7 combo is just a little awkward where the 7's sitting. If the ball was a little more to the right, he'd easily be able to come off. He's going to have to back this up, and this is not what you want. So he's going to shoot this in the side pocket, and I think that's probably what he played for because the 7 was a little awkward.
Well, this is heading for a humiliation, this match.
Well, I mean, you tell Stubborn over and over and over again, you can't play like that against good players, and he just doesn't get it.
Yes, he certainly would be a lot stronger. I agree with that. Just be glad he doesn't end up having time to be here that often. I'm talking Spectre Dawn time. If he was here as often as that, there wouldn't be many tournaments he'd be losing.
Well, I mean, his straight pool game, I think, is what's really taken him over the top. When he improved in straight pool, it just seemed like all his games got elevated. My phone's dinging. I think Stubb is probably.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Enemy messages.
I've got my phone on. I'm watching the video. I'm watching the live stream. I didn't realise, but I've already had 3 more messages from Stubb.
I'm not looking at them.
Well, I'll read you mine. Lucky rolls, easy runouts for him. Anyone can run these. Now, guess who's getting the blame here, Steve? I'll give you a clue. He's big and tall. He's big and tall, and he's got something to do with Virtual Pro.
The thing is, in Stubbs' mind, he never does anything wrong. But if he listens to the stream and goes back and listens to it, and he listens to what I'm saying about what he's doing, in my opinion, he's doing a lot of things wrong. And that's why he's down in this match like this, not because of lucky rolls.
It says, Steve changed brakes again. And then he says, planned though. That was all planned. So Stubb goes into these tournaments planning to lose. That seems to be the gist of it.
Well, he's not just getting losing here. He's getting thrashed, or like you said, humiliated.
He's getting schooled on the art of how to win a match.
The thing about getting humiliated is your opponent can't really humiliate you. You have to do that to yourself.
And you can go a long way to doing that to yourself. Yep.
Well, this is no good here. He's going to cut this 6 ball, and he might make it, but then he's going to have to get a roll because he's going to hit the 9 ball. Although I think he can hit the 9 ball pretty square. I don't think he's going to come up with that easy a shot on the 7. If he blasts it, he might, but who knows where the cue ball's going in.
Yeah, this has got scratch written all over it to me.
No, it's going to hit the 9 ball as long as it's going to hit the 9 ball unless He'd have to really hit it hard to miss the 9 ball. He's going to hit the 9.
Well, he's digging in to avoid it.
I wouldn't be digging in here.
Yeah.
I would just hit the 9. Yeah. This is how you scratch, just trying to dig in. See, he missed that short. He cuts that a little more and he scratches. I mean, that was just the wrong way to shoot it.
I suppose he'll settle for that as a safety. I'll be trying to dig back behind the 9. It's a bit heavy.
Yep.
Way too heavy. Stubbs can have a go at this cut. You know what he's like. I don't think he's come up with any ideas of safety. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't have a go at this. Well, there you go. That takes the guesswork out of it. All or nothing for Stubb. And I suppose at 7-2 down, he might as well. You know, he's beaten already unless he does something to get back in it.
I think the key here is coming up with a shot on the 7. He'll probably make this shot. And, you know, he's got a reasonable chance. Really, the 10 ball's the only ball that could really get him. Well, now he's doing some weird stuff with Q.
Well, he jacked up there. He dug down, and then I don't think
I'm not sure why he jacked up.
Aye, but the other thing is he did it so quickly, I don't think he set himself. You know, he didn't set himself before he actually shot it.
Hi to Fast Eddie. The only thing you've missed is Stubb making a lot of mistakes, and he's in the process of getting thrashed.
Yeah. Yeah, we won't keep you long, Fast Eddie. I think that's the message.
And Alba's on the 50-yard line here.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be spending a lot of time here.
All right. This is just make the 7, and even if you run into the 10, he's holding this. I would not hold this. I would let it go and play the 8 and a side. I don't understand why he's hitting this with inside English.
Yeah, I don't know why he's checking it, but he's got his reasons, and he's perfect. Nice little angle on the 8 out into the table for the 9. Where's the problem?
I mean, when you play these rotation games, it's very common to run lines where you shoot balls in the side pocket, and the reason why is there's a lot of situation where the line that you're running the cue ball in is going to be the line to shoot in the side pocket. So side pockets are used quite a bit in rotation games.
Now, the interesting thing for me is Cobra hasn't appeared in the stream. Now, he's either busy or he's purposely not wanting to see how good Albinario is. Because it's looking very likely that it's a big head-to-head coming up between these pair. 8-2.
I think Cobra's played Albin enough. He understands how good he is. Oh, did you see the 3-ball jam in the pocket?
Yeah.
Wow. And it's another dry break.
Yeah. Well, the stats are going to be interesting in this match for the break. It'll be like 0.2 for Albi.
Well, you know, Cobra's break's been good. Cobra's going to have a huge advantage against any of these guys if they're breaking like this, and he's breaking the way he's been breaking.
Now, let's have a look. Yeah, it had to be a little dink. Now, a little. Oh, you need to see a look at the cut in this tree, because this is frozen to the rail. Yeah. He's had a blast, now he's hoping he's going to have a shot, and look what happens.
And he'll say that's an unlucky roll, but, you know, if you're going to blast, that's what happens. I mean...
he's not... The difference now is he's not setting himself at all, he just had a blast at that.
Me personally, I would have not tried to break that out. I would have just... Because where the 6 is, I would have figured I can get on the 7 ball. It's not locked up, but you can get on it without moving balls. And... you know, the idea of trying to move balls is, you know, you usually don't want to do it unless you have to.
Yeah.
Or unless it's so simple to do it that, you know, you can't screw it up. That was not.
That 6 ball suddenly become very awkward.
Yeah, well, he may move it right now. I think he may be looking at running into it right now. He's trying to see if it goes. And the problem now is that even if it goes, it makes it hard to get on the 7. I think he'll bump the
He's
9 on the
he's
left
going to
side.
bump it, yeah. He's going to bump it, but he has to make sure he's bumping it solid so that things open up and he doesn't hook himself.
He has to make sure he hits the left side of the 9.
Oh dear.
And he did, but he
That's
did not
gone wrong.
He did not hit enough of it.
That's gone wrong.
Well, this is where maybe you just play safe. I mean,
well, I mean, this is a touchy shot to try and.
It's not that bad. You can use the 6-9, put it down on the end rail. It's not that bad. You just kind of drag this and take it up table. It's a speed shot, but you know, you're controlling the speed of 2 balls. Getting the line's not that hard. The speed's a little tougher. I think that's what he's going to do. You could try to come across and use the 7, but that's, you know, you could cut this up the rail and use the 6, 9, 8, and 7, but that's even more speed dependent. He's shooting a shot that I originally talked about.
In fact, he's left a pot. I think he's left a cut.
Yeah. But I think that was a reasonable shot to shoot at. It's just controlling the speed of both balls is not something rotation players are so used to.
Yeah, you can tell Stubbs giving up. He's just having, you know, having a blast.
If you play, and I'm going to say it, one pocket, then you shoot shots all the time where you're controlling the speed of 2 or more balls, and you get used to it. So, you know, when you look at that shot, go, oh, this is really hard. Well, it's hard if you're not used to playing that shot where you control speed of 2 balls.
I think I don't think I've seen Stubbs been like this where he has been behind and where he's just started banging at stuff. He's not coming up with, he's not trying to work out any sort of idea. He's just having a blast. We've seen 2 or 3 shots in the last rack or 2 where all he's doing is you know, giving it a bang, but not coming up with an idea, or at least trying to execute some sort of idea. And that just, it's like a give up. Very much in evidence.
He's obviously frustrated, and he's looking like he's given up, which is never a good idea.
And this is going to be trouble if it doesn't bump or get in the gap. And it has bumped, and he's hooked again.
And he's going to say that's unlucky, but if he didn't hit the 8, the 10 would have hooked him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, why? Just a gentle spin. He might be in trouble after it, though.
He can't hit this too hard. If he hits this hard, he's not going to hit the 7. And that's a good shot to hit it, but he's going to be in trouble after this. You're right. And this is pretty easy safety here.
Well, it's an easy hit. You know, there's no problem with that. But does he think he's got an edge there?
Well, you play safe here. You play 2 rails into the 7 and use the 8 ball.
He did have an edge.
He's left a bank.
Yeah.
Well, it's close. You got to hit pretty close to the 10 ball in this bank because the 7's going to rotate open.
Semi-Pro's asking you what's the lineup for Saturday.
Well, I just sent out the email. Did you get the email? Let me make sure I sent the email to you too.
Now he must
you're
have
on the list.
He must have called the bank. I see he's called the 7, so I'm assuming he's calling it cross corner.
Now, you want to hit this with some left English, and the reason why is I think the 7 wants to go long if you miss the 10 without putting left English on it. And I think he did put left on it. No, he didn't put left on it. And he missed it short. Wow. Okay, well, I was completely wrong about that.
Well, it's off the rail, so he should be cutting this in. Now, he used to watch the 9 ball. He used to watch the 9 ball. This is unbelievable. He's going to be well pissed. I'll tell you. He's going to be well annoyed at this.
He's the one that's hitting the cue ball. I mean, it's
You ain't getting any notifications. Well, I haven't set the team yet, but I know who the team is now, Coldest Pillow. It's going to be Bill, Larry, and you. Well, for one, Stubbs had a roll. He's had a roll. We'll give him that. I think he was due to get one.
Yeah, well, I mean, Albin's gotten more good rolls than Stubb, but still, you know, I mean, that's not why Stubb's way behind. So
Well,
he's going to try to shoot a mass ace here.
Presume you hit the bell, Coldest Pillow. You hit the bell, you'll get notifications. You've overdone it.
Good try.
So Stubb looks as if he's going to get a consolation rack here. Make sure that the messages, the emails aren't going to your spam folder suddenly.
Well, it's going to be Stubb breaking, so see if he can make something happen and mount some sort of comeback.
Well, he needs a break to work. He needs a break and run out. That's what he definitely needs. He needs to keep Albinario away from the table. He doesn't want to get involved in the strategy stuff. If he does, he's going to be doomed again. So Stubb just breaking from the centre and breaking dry again. Did anything go there? Did I hear something go? Nope. And God knows how many dry breaks we've had. But I think you can count the many balls that have went in the break on one hand for the two players together.
This is pretty straightforward here. I mean, I think Albin's going to run out. Pretty natural to get good on this 2-ball here. Oh, he put English on it. Well, he's a little funny, but I think he's okay. Got to be a little careful not to put yourself on the 4-ball here. Oh, he's going to shoot in the corner and avoid that. Yeah, he's okay. I didn't think he could, but he's got enough room there.
Now, the 4-ball is going to be interesting. I think he might just take his medicine and leave the long 4-5 combo, but this is doomed to failure because that 4-ball could end up on the 10.
Well, you can try to get behind it, and I think that's what he's doing. He's going to try to shoot in the same corner as the 3, and that's really well done.
Oh, he's missed the brush. That's perfect.
Well,
couldn't have played it any better.
No, I couldn't get much better than that.
Well, Stubbs now losing to Albinario in purpose as well now. He's done that all through the tournament. It's all been planned. But what the plan's leading up to, nobody knows, only Stubb.
Looks to me like the plan is leading up to a thrashing.
Well, I suppose the question is, can Stubb get to 5?
You know, it's hard. You can get beat really bad in pool and winner's break, but in this alternate shot, it's hard to really get thrashed like this. And Albie checks it up too much, so he'll hit this with some left English and come around the table, or he could hit this. That's actually a short side.
Big stun.
He's going 2 rails. He's going 2 rails around the corner. This is one of my favorite shots. I mean, he hit it good.
You've got to get the line right there because the scratch is always on doing that.
Yeah, well, you can go forward and scratch in the corner pocket when you're trying to get to the first rail. That shot, you have to have the Q-tip a little lower than you would think.
Well, what's hurting Stubb most is these racks for Albie are coming in his break as well, which is all mounting up to this 9-3 lead.
Well, Albie changes his breakup.
And still no joy.
And he's still dry.
This is just probably the worst match of the tournament for dry breaks. I've never seen anything as bad as this. So Albie's still got work to do. And the thing is, the bad news for Cobra is that Albie's break might start working in that match, which is what he doesn't want.
Well, the bad news for Albie is Cobra's break has been working.
Yeah. So he's going to have to find something.
Well, he's going to have to play the 7-ball here, I think. He may try to move this, but that's... Well, he's trying to get behind it, and that's not a bad idea.
I'll tell you something, Pop, man.
He came up a little short, but that's not bad.
I bet he Stubbs signed up right in the middle of this match, because when he saw it going bye-bye, he decided, well, I better get myself in the next one. The more he enters, the more chances he gives himself of actually winning one of these things. This will be a good shot, because this is not on the rail, but these are always dodgy down the rail. Yep, that's not going in. And he needs it to roll. He needs it to keep rolling. And that's, well, reverse bank, you've got to play it.
Yeah, that's too easy.
You've got to play it. And he's coming around into the open, isn't he? Right around into all the open space.
It's automatic position. All you have to do is make this a little bit of left English, let the cue ball run 3 rails.
It's caught the jaw, but it's gone in. And
just like that.
Now he just has to get out into the table, straight across for a straightish 6-7.
Well, he may draw back and play the 6 in the other pocket.
Or is he trying to go up the right side? He might be doing that. Yeah, he had the angle, he just overcooked it, I think.
Yeah, but he's
got the side pocket. Has he overcooked it far enough? Yes, he has.
Yeah, he's good.
Well, don't worry, Stubb. The nightmare will be over. The nightmare will be over soon enough. I just wonder when Stubbs can you realise how far short the mark he is when it comes to to having the qualities for being a champion in this game.
Well, he just has to. He's got to change the way he plays.
He keeps doing the same stuff. And he's never changed, and it's never got him success in VP4.
He needs to practice safety shots. He needs to practice kicking. He needs to become accomplished at the moving game. And if he does, he's going to be a guy to be reckoned with. You have to get control of the table. You cannot just give it up on a whim. Not beat guys like Albin.
Stubb, of course, gets the ball this time and there's no shot.
And let's see what he pushes out to. So he's not going to push out. He's going to kick at this, which is senseless, really.
And he's got lucky as far as he hasn't left the one on, but Albie's got options here to put him in trouble.
He gave up control of the table. If this is me, I'm probably trying to put the cue ball behind the 8-10. I'm hitting a spinner. Now, most guys aren't going to do that in VP. They don't like that shot here for some reason, so he's going to move the 1 ball down table. And he's probably going to try to get him on the 2. Well, he didn't even go down table, and that's a pretty good safety because he's got you got all the wrong angles here to get to that 1 ball.
Yeah, there's no decent line there. Anything he's going to get to that 1 ball, he's going to have to spin it up. Is he playing an edge on it? Oh, well, this is crazy as well. This is a shot of a desperate man. the one,
So,
of course, cuts. No problem
well,
with the
I
two.
mean, you got to decide whether you really want to shoot this one or not, because it's a little tricky. I think you can miss the 3. You're going to really have to jack up on it. This is kind of situation where I would always consider playing safe. Unfortunately, the safety's not that easy either.
Yeah, he's going for the cut on the side instead. I thought he was going to.
Yeah.
But I was looking at that now. I see the line. There's probably the scratches on in the middle.
I think he's probably going to try to run into the 3 ball. And, you know, I mean, that could work. I mean, you're taking a chance, but, you know, where the cue ball is going to go, he's going to try to miss it. He's jacking up. And very well done.
Oh, he's going to have to make a decision here. Big thin cut in the 2.
Yeah, this is kind of touchy. I'll tell you what, you can go real thin on the left side and go 2 rails, a little English, and come behind the 10-8 and just leave the 2 ball like behind the 9. I think that's what he's doing. Yep,
Yeah,
just like that.
I like that. Easy kick.
I love it. I love it when guys shoot the shot I'm looking at, going, "Oh, this is a good shot to shoot at."
Why doesn't Stubb try and kick this at a reasonable pace where he's trying to keep the cue ball somewhere behind the 9?
Because that's not in the Stubbs language. Yeah, actually, that was a reasonable speed. But see, if you don't practice those shots and get a good feel for them, they're just really hard. If you practice those and get a good feel for them, you know, you'll have a lot more success. So I think Albin's out here. I mean, where the 3 is, he can get to the 4.
4 down table, any slight, in fact, it would probably better keep the cue ball sort of where the 3 is roughly. Or
Yeah,
just out, as long as he's got an angle to get out.
He's going to bank it. I don't think he needs to. I think he could just dink this in and let the cue ball come off the rail. You don't need to bank this. But he wants to show off his banking ability.
But that's exactly where the 3 ball was. He's put the cue ball on that spot. Oh dear. Well, there's maybe a lifeline for Stubb. Well, that's the first sort of big mistake that Albie's made in a potting sense. So,
well, I mean,
everything goes. Watch the cue ball. This is a disaster. This is a disaster. Oh dear. And now it's an even bigger disaster because he's nailed to the rail and he's having to jack up. And now he's got a pressure pot on this 8 ball. See how things go crazy when everything looks fairly straightforward to get out. He's overdone it.
Watch out.
He's overdone it.
That's
well, that's
if he's ever going to quit a match and get a fine, I think this is about the time.
This would probably be worth it. This would be worth taking it.
He's got to be pulling his hair out. I mean,
well,
this is just.
If you've seen his picture, Steve, he hasn't got any hair. Just to be pedantic.
I'll tell you what, I've taken some hard matches. I mean, I've taken some big losses where I played just like terrible. It's just so depressing.
But you know, you wonder when is he ever going to learn that lesson? I mean, 11-3 should learn you the lesson. The only other thing is he's still got a target of 5 to get.
Albin went back to the break he'd been using and look at that 9 ball roll right up and stop. And there's another dry one.
Still dry. Oh dear, I'll tell you, I can't wait to see these stats.
Albin's break percentage is going to be 0.
Oh, it's absolute. It's garbage. Is there a garbage option in the stats? Because this is just terrible. And you know, that's what makes it even more annoying for Stubb when he looks at the stats and finds himself 11-3 behind at the moment, and Albi with no break. Yeah, that'll be biting at you with cold sweats in the middle of the night sometime, semi-pro.
I'll tell you something, semi-pro. It feels a lot better to come back from 8-1 than it does to lose.
Well,
being up
yeah,
8-1.
just ask Larry. Even I'd given Larry up at 8-1 down. I'd gave up at 4-1 down. I think it was.
Hey, I think the worst I've ever played, I lost the match 9-0 to Lee Van Corteza. I mean, he's a great player, but I mean, if you would have seen how I played, it was shake your head ugly.
Well, there's good news here for Stubb. He's possibly going to win a rack. He's going to get to 4, and he's going to have a break to try and get to 5. That's the good news. And what time is it? Well, I'll get to watch the football as well. The Champions League's on tonight. It's just I think it started at 8 o'clock. And the 9 ball has gone.
Down.
And that 1 ball's going outward now. It's just bounced. So now he needs to duck.
Again, now you're in control. You could bank this, but if you're going to bank it, you better make it. And he's going to bank it.
It's all or nothing for Stubb. 5 balls not going anywhere. Where's the advantage in this?
In a situation like this, there's nothing wrong with shooting that bank shot as long as you're making it. I mean, if you're really confident in your banking game, go ahead and shoot it. Otherwise, you should be playing safe because you can't afford to give up the table.
4-5 combo cut is the option. That's what it's going to be. Well, you know, Stubb certainly there's been evidence of Stubb being disheartened, but you know, that can quickly change if he gets a few rolls going his way. If he gets Albinario doing him a favour or two here, then suddenly Stubb gets switched on.
Well, normally I would say that, you know, coming back from this is near impossible, except for the fact that Albin can't make a ball on the break. So, you know, I mean...
that needs to bounce. It needs to bounce big time.
It's okay. So, you got to decide which side of the 6 you're going on. It'd be better to be on the back side of it. And that's what he's trying. And he's good. That's perfect. So it's going to be 11-5, and Albin gets the break.
Well, we have seen crazy things happen in these matches.
I do not think Albin can win breaking like this.
Oh, no.
I mean, the break is the most important shot in the whole game. It really is. I can't tell you how many matches I've won where I played great and I lost because I didn't break well.
Yeah, you had to wait. You had to wait till Bill got to the punchline there.
I've lost several matches where I didn't miss a ball the whole match, and I lost because of the break. So, you know, when you get up at this level where these guys are at, the break is the most important shot. You can't do what Albin's doing. The only reason he's winning is because Stubb is just...
Guess what? An 8 ball's got in. An 8 ball's got in. Last breath it went in. Oh, Andy's got a shot in the 1, and the 2 ball is well available. And that 4 ball goes into the side, I don't think, with any problem. So really, it's getting onto the 2 and getting up onto the 3 that matters here. No, he doesn't want to be stuck to the rail. That's where he doesn't want to be. And suddenly it's a lot more difficult. Yeah, good luck. Good luck getting on the 3 here, Albie.
I think he might be able to get on it. He's got a little angle. He can get on this 3-ball.
Well, digging up, jacking up big time. I mean, this is really, really tough. He can't get enough of the cue ball. He's going to play the bank instead. And maybe, I think what he's thinking is...
No, he can do this. You got to jack up and spin this. You can do this.
No, he's playing the cut bank across so he can get the cue ball running. That's what he's doing, yeah. That was the only way he could get the cue ball moving. And that's a missed call.
But it's a good missed call because he left this kind of tough.
Well, Stubb is going to blast at this. This could be fatal. He's had a blast. He's got it. Now he needs a lucky roll. And there you go. There it is. Suddenly, Stubb's got a wee bit more heart in him. He's the nice little bump. The only problem is he's hooked in the 4. I just realised that I forgot about the 4.
Yes.
I thought after he mentioned it. Yeah. Oh. Now this again is tricky. Trying to get the rail first to catch it and nudge it in, but no. Yeah, I forgot about the 4 here, Pig. Even though I mentioned it 2 minutes earlier, I totally forgot about it. Don't forget, it's 8:15 at night. I'm tired.
So it's going to be hill to 5.
Well, Stubb got his target I gave him, and well, he's going to have the break next to save the match.
Albin finally made a ball on the break, and he couldn't run out.
Well, that's the story. That's Albie's story about the break, isn't it? Even when he gets the ball, he could get the job done.
Well, for Albie to break like this and Stubb to lose like this is, that
tells you a story, doesn't it?
Crashing. It sure does.
Yeah, the bully boy banging ball tactics doesn't work against the top quality players. Might work in a challenge room, but it doesn't work against these guys.
Yeah, Albin's not scared.
Well, the ultimate humiliation is if Stubb had come up dry there and Albie ran out, but he hasn't. He's got a ball, he's on the 2, the 1.
Yeah, he's got a ball. I think he'll shoot the 2 in the side pocket. I'm kind of surprised he went forward. I would have come back with that, but it's all good. I don't see any reason for why this isn't going to be a run out.
Yeah, he's going to get to 6.
I'm kind of surprised he hit that so easy. I would have come out more. But, that's... And in real life pool, that's a reasonable shot to shoot. The way he shot that 3 is just a little spinner to kill it. So now Stubbs playing dink it and roll it.
Is this where the match takes some sort of complete left turn up a side street? Does it go somewhere we don't think it's going?
I think it would have to make a U-turn for Stubb to have a chance.
Yeah, a U-turn twice round a roundabout and back up a one-way street. But I'll use all of the pocket. And is it dead weight or is he just going to run it?
Whole rack's been dead weight. It's going to be dead weight. Played the whole rack dead weight. Why would he hit this?
Now he's spending more time than I like on this 9-ball. That always worries me.
Although with Stubb, he's pretty good at spending time and making the ball.
So Albinario is going to be breaking for the match. It's out of Stubb's hands now.
Well, he made one last time, so maybe he's got something going here.
Oh, why break the habit of a lifetime? He'll go dry again. Yep. He's dry. And that 2 ball's going to interfere with Stubbs' opportunity here. But I think Albie should be in trouble, because this is just a stone wall. Now he needs to avoid traffic here with this 1 ball. This is dangerous though, playing the punch around and holding the cue ball, because it could end up bumping the 7 or something and be left on. He's got to be really careful, or get this really tight behind the 2. This could suddenly backfire if he gets this wrong.
This is where you use English to affect the line of the 1 ball, to make sure you avoid the 9 and the 7. Now, you could bank this. I think there's enough room to bank this if he wants.
Well, now that's if he's not disconnected, because suddenly there doesn't seem any life in the queue here. I think he's gone. Oh, wait a minute. Well, he's writing his life story in the
He's going to bank it.
He's writing his life story in the chat.
So you probably got it. Well, that wasn't the way it would go. You would have had to hit that soft with some English. Well, so he's going to be locked up here.
Guess where Stubbs going now?
And this could be the last shot Stubb takes in this match.
No, none of the 2 of us have said we want Stubb to lose. We want Stubb to play with a bit of common sense, but we've been wanting that for a long, long time, and we're still waiting. We've said that often enough. Only Semi-Pro wants him to lose. He's the one that's openly admitted he wants him to lose.
Well, there's no reason to be mean to Stubb. I mean, I will say this about Stubb. He may be irritating and say a bunch of stupid things, but he is not abusive to people. He does not, like, he may say, I'm going to nuke you and this and that, but he doesn't call people names. He's not abusive.
He's never done that in all the years. He's always just abusive to himself. Right, that 6 ball is not what you want it to be. I mean, it will go.
Well, let me take a look. Oh, that 6 is no problem. That's a hanger.
Larry disagrees. Larry's obviously getting abused by Stubb. Something we didn't know about. He's kept that in the closet.
Well, there's a difference between being irritating and being abusive.
Now he's using distraction tactics there in the chat, by the way.
Yeah, he's not going to take any chances with the. I heard all I need. Well, obviously, you haven't heard all you needed, Stubb, because you're still playing the wrong. You're still playing the wrong way. So.
That's brought Lee Acted Alone into the chat.
If you wanted to, if you're really listening, then you would take the criticism as constructive, because that's all it's meant to be. And
match ball.
And you certainly need it, because you're not playing in a way where you can beat a player like Albie.
Well, credit to Stubb, he got to 6.
Stubb has the ability to beat players like Albie, but he's got to learn to play in a different way. He can't play the match the way he's played this match and beat Albin, unless Albin just doesn't play well.
Is that not what you guys call sharking in the States, though, Hairpig? I mean, you could say that the moans and rants of players in every match is sharking in one form or another, while they're verbally ranting at themselves. It can be a distraction to the other player. So
yeah, Stubb hasn't changed. He's the same as always.
the outcome is not well. I think we might have hoped it would have been closer, but the outcome is not unsurprising. Albinario is through 13 racks to 6, and now it's the big one to see who survives.
Well, I got to favor Cobra in that match because Albin just, he can't break like that and beat Cobra unless Cobra plays poorly. I mean, that was just terrible off the break. Let's take a look at the stats and see how bad it really was.
Right, Albinario. And now we're going to come up with these 4 different real Poland powers. So, break stats. Look at that. Absolutely shocking. Look at Albie's break.
10%. Yeah, he made that one time at the very end. He made one ball. Remember that? He made the 8 ball. That was
the 8
all
ball
he
on the
done.
side. I mean, and Stubb 0.5. He was at 55. That was terrible. That's the worst stat in the whole tournament there by Albinario. When's he going to work that out? I mean, that's awful.
I'm telling you, man. In real life, that'll just kill you. I mean, I lost so many matches. I lost to Santos. I lost to Oscar Dominguez, where I outplayed those guys. Didn't miss a ball against Oscar, and I lose because of the break.
Well, Stubb he got 4 racks run, so that's obviously why his break was slightly better than Albie's.
Because he's making balls on the break. I mean, go look at the stats for everybody, and look what Cobra's break percentage. And then we'll compare it to Albin's. And you'll see why I'm favoring Cobra for the next match. So sort it by break percent. Not average ball win, not breaks, break percent.
Right.
Yeah, all the way over. Okay, so this is the number that really matters. So the guys left in the tournament, Cobra's at
where the hell is he? I can't even see him.
73.97. He's 4th. 73.97.
Oh,
so
there he is.
74%. Okay.
Now, where's Albie?
And
oh, there he is. There. Albie's down at 52.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a huge disadvantage.
Now,
and if Albin breaks like that, I mean, I can't. If he breaks again like that, I just can't see him beating Cobra.
Where's
now, if he breaks up in the 50s and plays the way he just did, then he's got a pretty good chance of winning.
Why can't I see Vince says or Kylan VZ or whatever the hell he's called? Why can't
he's way down? He's at 50%. He's down.
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
He's at 50%.
Run out from the break. Cobra, he's top of the list. Albinario second.
One of the reasons why he's at the top of the list is because look at his break percentage. The fact that Albin's a second with a lot lower break percentage just because Albin's really great at running out.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Acero. Acero's at 12, but look at his break percentage.
Yeah.
You know, it's 81%.
Yeah, but of course Acero's gone.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, Stubb drilled him.
Let's go back and look at what's left. We've got the hot seat match at the weekend between Vinces and Spectre Dawn, and that is at 2 p.m. on Sunday. I'll be there for it. I'm finishing my work early so I can be there. And now, of course, you've got Cobra and Albinario playing to see who plays the loser of this match on Sunday. So everything's good now. Great matches left, just 3 of them. And the one thing about it is that Spectre Dawn, now with Stubb going, is the only player left in the tournament who hasn't won a virtual world championship, and he has the chance of doing it. He's taken, now again, he's got 1 up on Cobra, he's got 1 up on Albinario, but the chances are that he's going to have to take one of them out again. Whatever way he does it, he's going to have to do everything the hard way. That's how you win world championships. So, big ask for Spectre Dawn. That match could be very close between the two of them. I think that's going to be very difficult to call, the Vince Spectre Dawn match. But I'm certainly looking forward to it, so I hope you can join us at the weekend. Do you get anything else you want? By the way, Steve, what about this break box not working again? That's no use in
Yeah,
the leagues.
I have to take a look at it. I made an attempt to fix it. I thought it would work, and it didn't. And at this point, I'm not quite sure why. Because did I not? Maybe the server code didn't get updated. I have to take a look at it because I know I fixed it and tested it, and it worked.
Let me check something else.
It.
We've got the Honolulu opened up. That's March the 1st that starts. Let's have a look. We've got about 5 or 6 in the last time I checked. I think Stubbs already in it now. So you got 1, 2, 3. Well, we have got 6. So Stubbs in it. And obviously there'll be others getting around.
I count different than you. I count 5.
3, 4. Oh, you're right, 5. I can't count. And that's because of lack of food and sleep. I'm starving. I did have something to eat before I came in. But
so, everybody hop in this tournament. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Right. Somebody in the comments, now here's the interesting thing. Stubbs, the usual stuff. And then Chris says, what is Honolulu? That's another reason why some people won't sign up for it, because they haven't a bloody clue what it's about. But
well, you should go play it, and you guys ought to all go try playing it. And in a challenge room or the match room or whatever. Now you there is the option to turn off the forced call shot, so you can try playing it where you don't have to call shot all the time, because that's kind of a pain in the butt having to call every single shot.
Right then, I think we'll call it quits for the night. Thanks to everybody for joining. Well done to Albinario. Better luck in the Honolulu Stub. Well, one thing about Stub is he's creative, but just banging balls in Honolulu is not going to get him any success either.
Well, if it was a non-call shot game, he'd have it made.
Oh yeah, it would be at the beginning of all sorts. But it's try another day for Stub, and no doubt he'll keep entering them. He'll keep trying to win them, but he'll keep trying doing it the same way, and he'll probably end up with the same result each time. He won't learn. He'll never learn. Keep telling him. I've been telling him for 15, 20 years now, and he's still doing the same stuff. Right, good night, guys. Thanks to Steve for joining us. Remember, it will be in the playlist, so any of you that missed it, tell them it's on the playlist. I'll add it later. And we'll hopefully see you all at the weekend. So take care, and we'll bid you good night.
Yep, good night.
See you later, folks.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Hasta la vista, baby. Hasta la vista, baby.
Good night, ladies.